Hello, everybody.
Hello. Nice to see so many faces.
We're going to wait about one more minute to get this started. Lots of people are.
Yes, so we're going to give one more minute chance for your guests that are not here. Send them a quick text right now and let them know to get on the Zoom because it's going to be amazing.
And the more people that's here, the more prizes given out. I think for every 25 people above 100, a Purium prize pack will be sent out.
Yay. So let's get a lot more people in here so we can give away more prizes and we can have a bigger impact, because the more people that know about what we do, the more people that are going to be able to raise the vibration of our planet. So just a couple more seconds. Did you guys like that clip? That was the power shake clip. It was so powerful, wasn't it?
We muted you all, so we're kind of just imagining what you have to say about that.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's get started.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. We're going to talk about so much awesome stuff. We're going to get into Purium. We're going to get into some products. We're going to talk about the gut microbiome. We're going to talk a little bit about our opportunity, our mission, and how to get involved. Before we do that, I want to introduce myself, then I'll hand it over to Seema to do the same thing. My name is Ra. I've been a student of the human being and the human experience my entire life. I went to school for psychology and exercise science, ended up moving to LA and owning gyms for 10 years, started a lot of other human-based businesses, and I'm so happy right now to be presenting to all you smiling faces what we got going on with Purium, because it's so next level when it comes to enhancing the human experience on this planet.
Yes. And my name is Seema. Welcome, everyone. Such an honor to be here speaking on behalf of our beautiful company, Purium. And a little bit about me. I am a builder. I love to create things. I love to create big things. I became an architect because my dream was to design the biggest buildings ever. And I worked on massive scale until I came across our company, Purium, and it really transformed my life. And we feel the responsibility to pass this forward. And this is why today we're going to share with you incredible magic. And before we get started, I just want you guys to know that we are going to, tell you the little disclaimer. So the statements that you're going to hear today have not been evaluated by the FDA, but and our products are not supposed to cure, treat or prevent any disease. But with that being said, we're working with 100% whole food nutrition that is organic, that is super high vibe.
Yeah, not intended to treat, diagnose, cure any diseases, for the disclaimer captains out there. However, we've been doing these every single week for 2 years, and we have amazing stories of people transforming their lives. So you're going to hear one later on today. And at the end of this Zoom, we'll also have some specials for you all, as well as prizes. So stay tuned.
Yes. So the way that we're going to run this for the next, couple minutes is that we're going to talk about our incredible ultimate lifestyle transformation. This is the epic transformation everyone wants to know. And then in the second half, we're going to introduce our business opportunities. So if you want to know more in working and co-creating with us, then stay tuned to the second half of the Zoom.
So this is all about getting light into the human being, right? So everything's made of light, right? Everything's made of the elements: light, earth, air, water, consciousness. These are what all the cultures talk about, right? They call them the elements. And we can go outside and we can get into the raw elements, but a lot of us are inside, right? So another way that we get these elements into our body so that we're functioning as a human being is through our food, right? If you think of plants, what are they? They're a combination of light, earth, air, water, and then some sort of ether or consciousness, which is that fifth element that shapes and molds what it is. And so the trick is to get the rawest, purest form of these elements into our body. So we want to make sure that our food supply is pure so that we can be an optimal human being and have the best experience possible.
Yeah, so we want to let you know that at least my message, his message, and the message of many here is that we deserve to eat real food. We deserve 100% organic nutrition. We need to connect back with one another and really understand that we're humans and we require real food to experience wellness. I mean, who doesn't want to feel great and amazing? We all do, right? So our mission, it's being really into bringing farm to family, bringing real food to our kids, to everyone that we love, our communities. Anyone around the planet deserves to have farm to family. And so we're gonna just get back to our roots. We're gonna share 5 superfoods that have been proven to transform many people's lives, and we are so honored to represent.
Yeah, so these 5 superfoods, they do simple things, okay? And those simple things are detoxify, nourish, and repair the body. And so all diets aside, like no matter what diet you're going for, if your diet does these 3 things, if it nourishes the cells, it gets rid of the garbage in the body, and then it puts raw building material in and optimizes how your body can restructure itself, then you will be set up for health. And it's striving for health where all of the issues regarding the body, the more healthy we are, it's the solve all for them all.
Yes, and I just want to recap that this is not a diet. What we're going to present to you, it's not a diet. It's not to encourage you to be paleo, keto, vegan, whatever. This is about teaching you, giving you some education and knowledge that they are superfoods that we provide that are going to create a little shift in your consciousness. And this is what we truly want, awaken some new knowledge within everyone's mind so they can see a lot more than, oh, this is just a burger or this is just an apple. This actually has a lot of capabilities to transform our body to a cellular level. So yeah, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get into it. Remember, nourish, detoxify, repair.
Yes. So the first product, it's actually a superfood of our ultimate lifestyle transformation, is the Power Shake. And it's so powerful. It makes us power humans. That's why it's a powerful shake. And actually, before I explain the Power Shake, take a look at this packaging.
High tech, right?
Isn't it so shiny?
Or low tech.
It's really shiny. And the reason for this is because it's not made out of plastic. It's actually it's made out of biodegradable hemp, so it actually decomposes. And our company, one of our values is environmental stewardship, and we are committed to leaving the planet better than we found it for generations to come. And in the last year and a half, we've been able to save over 130,000 pounds of plastic by being determined to be single-use plastic free by this year. So I'm super honored because I always say no one can be healthier than our environment. I mean, who can be healthier than our oceans polluted with plastic? Or who can be healthier than the soils without minerals?
Yeah, this is kind of like baseline for new companies coming out right now. So they have the biodegradable. And it's a little bit easier for a new company to do that if you're just selling like something you put in coffee or something. But a company this size transitioning over is huge. And we're really trailblazing the way for a lot of other companies to follow suit. So super honored to be partnered with a company that has these intentions of environmental stewardship.
Yeah, that was an important thing. So the Power Shake, it's actually what nourishes our body. I'll say 2 scoops in water out the door. It's our green juice. It's full of minerals, vitamins, and incredible chlorophyll-filled ingredients. And it's equivalent to eating about 8 green superfood salads, just one of these juices a day. I don't have time to make or eat 8 superfood salads a day.
Yeah,
right. But we can, because it's so convenient and it's so easy to put on nutrients so our body feels great every single day.
The convenience is huge. We just got a juicer and talk about the most inconvenient thing on the planet, going to buy the stuff, use it before it's spoiled, the cost of the fruits and vegetables, and then washing. She's an expert at that.
I like washing the juicer, but it's not very convenient.
Yeah. So convenience is awesome, but I was really a stickler for how can powder be better than the salad, right? And I used to eat salads for breakfast. And I can tell you guys, after being involved and taking these superfoods, I haven't had a salad in 2 years. And what really got me my attention was the powdering process, okay, and how it's done at room temperature. And so if you like, I'll give you an example. The wheatgrass that our company uses, it's grown on a volcanic lake bed, 6,000 feet elevation in the mountains of Utah. And that wheatgrass is taken, the air is tested, the water source is coming from the ground. No other companies use the water. And that wheatgrass is taken and it's juiced in these giant masticators. And then that juice is pumped to the top of these silos, okay? 150, 200-foot silos. Lining the silos are fans, okay? And as that juice gets pumped to the top, it gets misted, and that mist falls, and those fans are blowing up 78-degree temperature air, which evaporates the water out of the juice, leaving all the enzymes in a suspended state. What hits the ground is the powder that goes into a lot of our products, and that's like when you actually think about this, right? If you go to the store and buy something organic, right? You go to the farmer's market, buy something organic. Just the fact that they're using tap water, right, on their fields. When you're biting into that orange, you're drinking tap water, right? So the elements that make up our food are the elements that will eventually make us up. And so when you actually try and strive, like what has the best elemental nature in the food supply, like for me, it's in that bag right there. And it's so easy to get into my body.
Yeah, I'm so glad you explained all of that, because I used to be the chick that would go into the farmer's market and ask the farmers where their seeds came from and what kind of water they fed to their seeds, because that is super important. So I'm so glad that you touched on that subject. And it's just so convenient. It's 2 scoops or 5.5 tablespoons, whichever one you have. You put it on a shaker bottle, you drink it, and you are ready to go. So convenient, right? So convenient, especially if you live in areas where they don't even have farmers markets.
We could talk forever on this, but we're going to move on.
Yeah. So our next superfood, we talked about the Power Shake. Now we're going to introduce the Biomedic. And this one is actually one of my favorites. And I believe everybody needs to be on this because Biomedic is such a powerful superfood. It's been proven to remove up to 74% of the glyphosate of our guts. And glyphosate, I mean, Rod's going to explain what glyphosate is, but before, yeah, you do that. But before that, I want to actually explain very simple what glyphosate does. Okay, so glyphosate, imagine an apple that has a layer of wax, right? So now imagine the apple is actually your gut, and your gut has this layer of glyphosate. Our gut has a lot of little hairs, and these little hairs are responsible from absorbing the vitamins and the minerals of the foods that we eat. When we have this layer of glyphosate in our gut, or little hairs, instead of grabbing the vitamins and minerals from the apples, from the strawberries that we eat, so it can bring it down to our blood, they actually glue it together. These little hairs can't absorb nutrition, so our body, our gut doesn't have assimilation. This is why it's so important to take Biomedic, because it allows our microbiome to be glowing again.
Yeah, so glyphosate is it's the active ingredient in Roundup, okay?
Yes.
And a lot of people, when they think about food, it's just kind of there and it's all light. But when you actually think about the food industry as a whole, this is an industry that's very powerful, okay? And the people that are in charge, they're making decisions to make their pockets bigger, make their power and influence bigger. They need to survive. Personally, I'm not judging them. Nothing wrong with that. They have an agenda as well, but we need to look out for our own agenda here. Glyphosate destroys the soil, okay? It destroys the biology of the soil, which then prevents the microorganisms, the bacteria, the even plants from growing. And then they design seeds that can grow in this environment. Okay. So for them, it's good. They don't need to weed. They just take the stuff. It's just easier for them to manufacture and give to the people. For us though, the reason why glyphosate is legal is because the people in charge, they've lobbied and they've convinced the FDA that glyphosate doesn't harm the human being. It doesn't. There's a pathway within bacteria and microorganisms organisms that it destroys.
Yeah.
The issue with that is that our entire gut is made up of bacteria that has this pathway that glyphosate attacks. Okay, and this bacteria is responsible for breaking down our food, responsible for the nutrition being extracted from our food. And without these bacteria, our body can't process things correctly. So this is the rise of sickness in our country. It has to do with this chemical revolution that everything is sprayed on our soils. So Biomedic is the only product that's even ventured to prove that it can remove glyphosate from the human body.
Yeah, and we have pre-medical trials and all of that. So, I mean, I used to be one of those that I will open a book and I could never pass page number 2. You know, I was always stuck on page number 1 because my brain fog was so high because I was eating greens, vegetables, but they weren't organic and I didn't know what glyphosate was. So I was actually putting a lot of more of this, you know, herbicide into my gut. And then after really taking Biomedic for at least 6 weeks, I've been able to have such a clear mind, so much energy, because now my body's absorbing all the minerals from the foods that, you know, I eat.
So from a detoxifying standpoint, that's why this product's in here. It doesn't only remove glyphosate from the body, it also cleans up all sorts of stuff, the interstitial fluid in between the cells, the fluid the cells travel around. It cleans that up so our body is not aging, it's not moving slower and slower, it's taking out heavy metals. Teflon is just proven scientifically to reduce glyphosate by up to 74% within 6 weeks when people are still eating the standard American diet. Imagine what it does when they're on these superfoods, and also reduces C-reactive protein, which is a biomarker for inflammation, but we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, and you guys are gonna hear an amazing story today about this. I can't wait.
The inflammation reduction is what makes people feel really good.
Yeah, so we talk about the Power Shake, we talk about the Biomedic, we have 3 more, so we're gonna run through them. The next one, Super Amino 23s. And I must say that I kind of cut my gym time in half because Biomedic is it's incredible.
I think way more than half.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean, I've been able to build muscle without working out because I've been taking Super Amino 23s. It's helped me so much with my skin elasticity. Super Amino 23s is one of the most potent, powerful vegan proteins in the planet. We have over 30 medical studies. Okay, we have scientific proof that it's incredible. As a matter of fact, it 99.99%. I thought it was like 99.9 because it's almost all of it, but it's 99% of this protein gets absorbed by our body. So when we eat, let's say soy, isolated protein, chicken, eggs, whatever other kind of protein, our body doesn't absorb more than 50%. That's a lot of waste, right? That we release by when we eat that kind of protein. But when we take Super Amino 23s, we actually retain 99%.
Because that is already broken down into the usable components. So what amino acids are, is they're the components of protein. So if we eat a protein source, whether animal or plant, the body has to spend resources breaking it down. So it's like if you broke down a house, not all of the house you're going to be able to rebuild another house, right? So there is waste created in that breakdown, and that's what's stressing out our organs as well. And so this is already broken down. Everything is absolutely usable by the body, and it's developed for hospital patients, okay? Paralyzed patients, that if they just sit there, their muscles are going to waste away and they're going to die. And so this was developed by a scientist as a solution for this. So it puts muscle on people. It's designed to put muscle on people whether they work out or not. I shouldn't make a definitive statement like that, so I'm just going to say what it was designed for.
You may, you know.
But we do have, like, so here's the thing in this industry that's weird. I watch the advertisements on Instagram, and I see them say the ingredients in this product are proven to X, Y, and Z. So that product itself wasn't tested. Okay, the ingredients they used have been in some studies, and so you got to be careful with the languaging that people use with these companies. The ingredients in this product have been tested. This actual product is the one that went through 30 clinical, peer-reviewed, journal published studies to do the things that we're saying that it does.
Yeah, and this is what we're called Purium. We're pure and premium, so only the best. So we spoke about the power shake, which is our nourishing. We talked about, our repairing, which is the biomedic. We talked about our super aminos, and we have two more that we want to talk about. And I must say that I drink this all day long. It's the Apothecary cherry, and it only has one ingredient. It's organic tart cherries. And this is so potent in auric value. What that means is that it has a ton of antioxidants. And let me actually explain a thing before we move forward.
Please
because antioxidants means that we are nourishing our body. So what happens to anything in nature when it oxidizes? What happens?
It rusts and then it
rusts,
dies.
right? So when we are in an oxidizing diet, when we're not eating antioxidants, we are aging. We are rusting ourselves. And it could happen with, stress that we go through in life, being on our phones, being on our computers, stress, living close to a 5G tower, whatever it is. We go through a lot of stress every day. And this stress oxidizes our body. And what happens? We start to lose our hair. We're hair thinning. We start to get more wrinkles. We don't sleep very well. And actually, Ra's going to talk about this. But if we're not eating antioxidants, we're oxidizing. And what I love about our Apothecary cherry is that 1 to 2 spoons before you go to bed, you make sure that you have all the antioxidants. It's equivalent to eating many cups of blueberries, right? And blueberries are expensive. And sometimes we just don't have time to eat many cups of blueberries a day. We can guarantee our body has all of its antioxidants by taking the Apothecary cherry every single day.
Yeah, so tart cherries, which are in there, this is a supplement that's common in the bodybuilding and exercise performance world because tart cherries are nature's #1 source of melatonin. And so this tart cherry juice is high grade. Okay, if you compare it to others, you'll see the thickness of this is where it's at, and it's completely organic, super pure. But the melatonin, okay, so melatonin gets produced by the pineal gland, and it gets released when you sleep, and that's it's getting released when you're in like your dream, like your deep sleep, okay, and it's going through your body. And what like melanin is the coloring. It's what's grabbing the light, right? And it's, melatonin, right? These words, the Latin roots of these words, they all come from the same place, or if they come from the same place, that they're getting the same thing. So the melatonin, like I feel, is going through the body and recalibrating all of our cells back to the source, right? To the light, to the harmony of ourself. And so when we sleep and the melatonin is doing that, that's why we wake up, and that's why we need sleep. We wake up and we're rested, rejuvenated, and we need the sleep because we need that melatonin flood through the body to recalibrate our cells. So we've got that in tart cherries, and that's why gym people, like people that want like the tissue repair, melatonin's a huge thing. And so that increases the quality of your sleep tremendously.
Yes, and ladies, you can't go a day without the Apothecary cherry, okay? It's so good for our skin and for everything else. So we spoke about the power shake, which is our nourishing. We talked about our biomedic, the super aminos. We just introduced the Apothecary cherry, and we have a 5th superfood. And this one, it's the super cleanser. And these are herbs that are great for cleansing our colon, getting rid of the parasites of our body, all the inflammation that we have in our bodies. It's really parasites, and it has a lot to do with that. So taking these herbs, and our transformation is really going to help you get rid of, the bloatiness, all of these superfoods work with one another. So this is really going to support, your colon cleanse. It's really, really awesome.
Right. So we have these 5 products, right? The Power Shake, the Biomedic, the amino acids, the apothecary, and the Super Cleanser. And that's a 30-day package. And it can be taken different ways. It comes in a box, and we'll actually go through how to get one of these and a little bit more. But first, we're going to hear a story of someone who uses this.
Yes.
Just started using it.
I love that you said, there's many options for you to incorporate this nutrition into your everyday diet. We have an option 1, which is adding it on to whatever you're doing right now, just to make sure your body has all these nutrients and support. And option number 2, it's more of an accelerated program, which is the one that I absolutely love because I recommend that. And we're going to hear from people that have done it today because it really puts our body into an intensive cleanse for 10 days. Awesome. Or you can do another option, which is intermittent fasting. It's just a time block. It's not really eating less calories or anything like that. It's just when you take it. And we have all the details for that. But before we go into more amazing, cool things, I want to bring in Sarah DeFlorio. Let me find her here. I'm not sure if we can.
There's a lot of names.
I know. There's a lot of names, actually. We're still on the C.
Hello.
Sarah, there you are.
Hi.
Hi, where are you on the screen? I can't see you. Oh, there we are. Okay. Hi, Sarah. So nice to see you. And thank you so much for joining us. Me and Sarah, we actually met when we were in architecture school. We did all of our thesis together. And just like 3 months ago, I spoke to Sarah and I heard Sarah was having some difficulties with her health. And she was always looking to, get better and stronger and happier. So I introduced her to the ultimate lifestyle transformation, and she had a breakthrough. So Sarah, can you share with us how did it impact your life?
I don't think it was just a breakthrough. I think it was many breakthroughs. It's completely changed my life. I had no concept that changing one thing in your life, one core thing in your life could change so many different things in my life. And if I think about it, so I was struggling when we talked before. I had been struggling for a while with a lot of health problems. I was having lapse of consciousness. I couldn't drive because of it. I was having a hard time just even exercising or getting up. It felt like I had like 10,000 pounds on my back every day just to stand up and move. I have a 5-year-old. I was missing time with him. And after taking this product, not immediately, like the struggle of the change in the beginning, definitely, I got a few headaches, things happened with that, but, it passed. And it passed very quickly. And today, I'm a different person. I have more energy. I can spend time with my son. I have the benefit of, I lost a ton of weight, and I've had like 3 knee surgeries on one of my knees and one on the other, and I can walk easier. Weight is huge on the knees. What else? When I started this, I was in a heart rehab program. This heart rehab program was through UCLA, and it was rough in the beginning because I thought I was going to be in there forever. And I had met with someone, and there was a COVID situation. And within that time period, I had reached out to Seema, and I'm like, hey, I know we've talked about these things, and I think I'm ready. I think I've, at this point hit rock bottom, and I'm ready for this. And I signed up and started taking this. 2 weeks passed. I was able to go back to the heart clinic. And the first day I was there, the guy couldn't believe how much better I was. Like, he was shocked. I went back having lost like, I think 19 pounds or something, like, and he was shocked. He couldn't believe it. My heart had stabilized. It wasn't going in huge differences. And a program I thought I was going to be in for 3 months, I graduated before the new year. And we all know, like, those expensive premiums on insurance and everything. Like, I didn't have to pay that. So it kind of like the Purium paid for itself just in that for me. As well as like in, eating out and stuff. Like, I had to like eat, I was eating so much just to make myself feel better because I needed the energy. And my complaint to every doctor was like, I feel like I have to eat all the time because if I'm not eating, I don't feel good. So I would like continue to eat and eat and eat, and it wasn't helping me. And I never thought I would say it, but like on Purium, I'm not hungry. Like, I just have energy, and I can go for a hike, I can go do something, but I'm not thinking about, oh, I need to make a meal and I'm hungry right now. It's like I enjoy the family meal at night with my child and my husband, and we make a really nice meal. And, my husband and I have had so much time making really beautiful food. Like, it's amazing, the vegetables and all the stuff you can put to make like a gorgeous meal, and how fun that is. So, I mean, we're having a blast on this. Like, it's a lifestyle for us. It's not, a diet. It's amazing. So
Yeah, thank you so much, Sarah. I'm actually going to show your before and after because Sarah lost 44 pounds. Can you see that? 44 pounds. And she lost 44 pounds in 3 months. How many pounds did you lose on your first month, Sarah?
I'm trying to remember, but it was over like 18 because when I went back to the cardiologist program, they were like, they couldn't believe it. They were shocked. So
yeah, and what I want you guys to see right now is that she kept on going. This is a 3-month result right here. Let me share your other photo because you have
I'm not done.
Photo. This is like a 3-month result. So this is, again, not a diet. This is a lifestyle. This is a way of eating that you can sustain for the rest of your life. And Sarah, it's doing it until today, and her transformation still evolves and is still transformed. And the best thing about this, I also have another photo from your back because, I mean, at all angles, the transformation is mind-blowing. But what I love the most is that she says she did this with her husband. And together, they empower one another. And this is why I say, if you are ready for this, invite someone that you live with to join you. Because Jeff also did it. And look at Jeff. Together, they lost almost 90 pounds. Isn't that incredible? Look at Jeff. He lost 50 pounds. It is amazing. Seeing both of them side by side, it's like seeing two new people.
This is crazy. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing and open your heart and sharing so vulnerably so other people can see themselves in you and see
and
that
it wasn't just me. Like, the benefits my husband got from this, like, we were going into it like thinking, oh, he's normal. He doesn't have all these things. And then we realized the difference. Like, we don't even fight anymore because we're nourished and we're not getting that cranky feeling. And, he didn't sleep at all at night, and he sleeps now. Like, that itself, we know that heals sleep. So
yes. And your smile, I just love to see you smile. I can't stop telling Rob because, I mean, I've known you for almost 10 years now, and just seeing you smile and glowing, that is why I am assured that this is the best job for me, and I want to thank you, Sarah, for sharing. And so right now, how you guys can purchase this, okay, it's very easy. So the way that you guys are going to purchase, let me remove this pin and let me share my screen. is that you are going to go into iShop Purium, or you're going to talk to the person that invited you to the Zoom. That person that sent you a link to join also has a gift card code for you that it's going to allow you to save over $100 in discount. So let me put that in the chat so you guys can have that. So make sure you go into iShop Purium, get that gift card code, and you can redeem it. So you're going to click on transformation on the upper left corner right here. And it's going to take you to our transformation page. So over here, you can recap in all of the details, really make sure that you want to do this and commit to being the best version of yourself and having the best relationship with your body and your food. So go through here and then add it to cart. Okay, when you add it to cart, you're going to check out, you're going to create a brand new account. Okay, and you're going to enter the gift card code of that person that invited you here.
Yeah, and the great thing about this, everyone, is that this story that you just heard from Sarah, we've been hearing them week after week after week after week after week, and they're all just as amazing as her transformation in herself and in her husband. And the great thing about these products are they're guaranteed money back to do what it's saying, to promote a transformation within your life. And I used to own gyms, and a lot of my clients are now on these, this lifestyle, this way of being. And I've seen so many people make more change in 6 months on these products, on these superfoods, than I watched them make over 6 years of working out in high intensity gyms. So, I mean, it's real. It's real. And, not all companies guarantee their stuff money back. Very few do, right?
Yes.
Very few. If you think about which companies guarantee their product money back, yeah, companies like Tesla, like it's very few, and it's the ones that really trust.
Yes. So make sure you talk to the person that invited you to the Zoom. They have a gift card code for you, so you can redeem your discount and get started. So moving forward, this is actually my other second best part of the Zoom, is our business opportunity. So if you want to know more about, making an extra stream of income, or maybe making a full-time income working with us, then stay for the next couple of minutes, because we're going to share with you guys our business opportunity. And this was one of the main reasons why I came into Purium, because Purium is also a network marketing company and it's amazing. It's our social sharing economy. We all rise together. And as I mentioned earlier, I am an architect, and my dream was to build big things. And I didn't know. I thought that designing buildings was the biggest thing that I could design. Art was too little, until I came across Purium, and I found out that I could build an amazing organization of health warriors, really, that are spreading the mission, that are spreading this knowledge and education, and we can get compensated for. Amy and Dave, the founders of the company, they can't do this alone. They need people like me. They need people like Raw. They need people like you, everyone that is on the Zoom. You guys are leaders. You guys are the evolved ones. You are awakened to understand that our body needs real food. And the truth is that the majority of Americans and people around the world don't have the resources to buy organic food because it's so expensive, right? Like there's a 25-cent avocado. Which one are we going to pick if we're living paycheck to paycheck? It's very difficult. And this is why we're offering an opportunity to those of you that want to upgrade your finances.
Every person on this planet deserves the opportunity to be responsible for their life. Okay. And we mentioned the food industry, that 25%, that 25-cent avocado probably isn't the best for you. So in order to have the ability to respond, right? Responsibility. In order to have the ability to respond to our environment, we would need some sort of other method, right? Within business. And if you're open to a pivot, then this business is awesome because we don't just take responsibility for our bank accounts, okay?
Mhm.
This business and all business, I'll just add, all business, being an entrepreneur my entire life, all business is about being responsibility for everything in your reality. So if you find yourself, wanting change of some sort, whether it's change out there, or change in here, it's all going to be found from within yourself. And as somebody who is a Purium brand partner, we find ourselves in a situation where responsibility is something that we practice every single day. We practice it through self-development, business development, supporting others. All of that is threaded throughout this business.
Mhm. And it's amazing. It's amazing to be able to share this education and knowledge and to get compensated and to make a very lucrative income. When I came into the company, I was doing this on the side. And after a year, I decided to fully commit to my Purium business, and I was able to completely replace my income. Now this is my full-time job, and I absolutely love it because we get paid for our impact. We get paid to create stories like Sarah's. We get paid to transform people's lives. And that is such an incredible blessing because we're not into the economy of trading our time for money anymore. I mean, I remember working corporate and I remember clocking in at 9 to 5. I was an employee number. And if I had to request time off, I had to file for a PTO. And then guess what? If I took more time off, I wasn't getting paid. In network marketing, we get paid residual income. That means that all the customers that I got 2 years ago that are still nourishing their bodies, I'm still making a commission. And that is such a smart way of doing business, right? Leveraging our time.
I just found out what a PTO means, paid time off, right? See, I didn't know that because I've never been a full-time employee my entire life. I've always been, I started mowing lawns when I was in 5th grade. And so for me, this company offers something that's better than traditional business. I've done a lot of different traditional businesses, and there's 3 things that I always had this issue with. Number one is like this massive overhead. If you want to start a yoga studio or a gym, in my case, like there's a lot of overhead that, startup costs. It's either going to cost you 2 years of hustling and living in the back closets like I did, or it's going to cost you, that investor coming in, or you borrow money from your family, you got to pay that off. And then every single month, right, you make 40 G's, 35 goes out the door in bills. And you're like, oh, wait, what about taxes? Like there's so much overhead in traditional business. Number 2 is the location dependence. For myself personally, it was like the brick and mortar studio. I couldn't just go leave for 6 months if I wanted to. Even if I still wanted to work, I still had to be in downtown Los Angeles where they were. And then the thing that really, like, I remember actually making a list when I closed down my last gym, and it was, I don't want to take advantage of human beings anymore. Everyone that I hired as a coach or a staff member, they became my friends because we were a community, and it never felt good paying somebody less than they're worth, right? Because for a business, the goal of the business, right? Everything has its own agenda. The agenda of the business is to pay out little and make off of these people that you're paying them. Even if you're paying them a lot, you still are trying to make as much as you can on top of that. And it just never felt good to me. So when I got into Purium and I started clicking into this as a business, I started seeing like, wow, the overhead is non-existent. We operate completely in the profit zone. Purium handles the development of the foods, the formulation of the foods, the manufacturing of the foods. We're the distribution model and the marketing, right? So what a normal company would pay out to advertisements, right? Millions of dollars to develop commercials and billboards and all that stuff, that gets paid to us. That's our job. It's through word of mouth, through our networks. It's called network marketing. So through our network marketing profession, it's our job to make sure the foods get out to the people. And it's such a glorious job. So whatever we produce, profit, we get commissions of that. And there's a lot of profit in the distribution. Okay. And number two, no location, right? We can work anywhere in this solar system. As long as we can get that Wi-Fi back to Earth, we can work. And then three, no more employees. Everyone that in our organization is a partner of ours. And the way that we make the most impact and subsequently the most finances is to support the people within our organization. So it's no longer bringing somebody in and keeping them down because I'm the boss, right? That's how it always was for me. It was like, I'm always the boss. And there was always this power struggle between these alpha males that worked in my gym. Now it's like, no. I want you to rise up, even like create more than me and have more than me. Like that's what I want. And that's how we make the most impact and get paid the most. And those aspects within this, on top of that, okay, when you're talking about like making business decisions, right? When you actually look at Purium, right? We mentioned the the environmental stewardship. Purium doubled in size last year. Okay. So when you're like, is this company, is it the right, investment of my energy? Like the health, nutrition, like it's in the minds of everybody on the planet right now.
Yeah.
We're booming. We're in the middle of a boom right now.
Yes. And, you said something like equality, right? Now more than ever, we're looking for equality for all. We all deserve the same opportunity to feel abundant in all ways, abundant with our health, with our foods, abundant with our money. A lot of us are just so afraid of money, and it's time to create a new cycle, create a new legacy for yourself, for your family, for your life, for everyone around you. We are in the new earth. We are in this era where we all deserve equal rights, equal opportunity, equal freedom, equal everything. And so we're so honored to present this to you guys because it transformed my life so deeply. Now I get to work from home. I get to travel and work from anywhere. And I, most importantly, get to transform people's lives. So it doesn't even become about the money. It's about who can I help today? How can I be of purpose? Because the majority of the people don't know their purpose. They're living every day. Same vicious cycle. And there is something bigger, and we get to create visions for people. And we get to show them that there's something bigger, there's something greater, there's something so much more fun and exciting to experience every day. And being of service, it's the greatest thing. It's in all sacred books. When you want to achieve your greatness, help other people be great. And you get compensated by Purium.
Yeah. So if you're feeling that fire inside, right? Like, am I, is there more? Is there a way that I can express myself fully? We have like this is the business where you can learn the ability to respond and then teach others. And for me, that's the closest thing to an ascended business model, right? That's what we're doing. We're creating the greatest version of ourselves, and then what? Activating the collective. This is like, she's mentioned the sacred text, like everywhere. This is the time, this is the age, and this is the alignment of myself personally in business. It makes the most sense for me. So we are going to bring on Michael Siddell to share his story. Michael is a green diamond in the company, which means he has a well-functioning organization that is making tremendous impact every month. We're just trying to find you, Michael.
Hey. Where are you?
You just
I'm somewhere there.
There is a magic.
Hi, Michael.
Hey,
so nice to see you.
You too,
Michael,
as always.
So good. Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. I know it's late where you are, so please share with us your story of Purium, how it's impacted your life, how it's helped you impact others' lives.
Okay, great. Well, listen, it's a pleasure and honor to be here as always. Thank you so much for having me here. I'd like to give a big shout out to my HGL family. Lots of love. I love you all. So to give you a little background about myself, 31 years ago, I left a very successful career in the advertising business as an account director and decided I was going to be a full-time yoga instructor, a full-time yoga teacher. And I developed a very successful career as a yoga instructor over 31 years and love what I did. But about 4 years ago, and I want you to think about the math of what I just said. About 4 years ago, I started seeing changes in the industry and I started thinking, like, I wasn't happy with where I thought or I saw things going. And so consciously or subconsciously, I started thinking, well, what else could I do? Or what even was perhaps my exit strategy from the yoga business? And I came across this guy in California. He happened to have the name Ra, and I liked what he was doing. And I reached out and he was telling me about what was going on with Purium. So I decided to jump in. And my partner and I both jumped in with the intention of initially, I was going to do it like, mostly what we're doing for health and wellness. And these guys have already told you how great the products are. But the other was that, I was going to make a few bucks on the side, right? That was my intention in the beginning. But very quickly, I started to see that there was an opportunity. And I then decided that I was going to look at building this as a business. Now that at the time, and I asked you to think about the math. So I'm in the next couple of months, well, actually the next month I'll be 65. So when I started with this company, I was 63. So the thought of changing careers yet again at 63, not as a part-time thing, but as a gig to jump into full hog, it was because of the company. It was because of what they represented. And hey, there's a lot of life to live. I'm still looking and always trying to stand in the best version of myself. I'm in very good shape now, but I'm always looking at improving. So I started to build a team. Now I started to build this team, not solely on my own. I started to build this team because there were tools, there were things that were given to me. And Ron, Seema and I laugh about this. Seema thinks that at the time my telephone was 2 cans and a cord, but and I remember the day that Rob first said to me, I think he should, do a post on Instagram. And I said, what? Like about the business, about the products? You got to be kidding. And you know what? It was then where I decided, hey, this is where I need to start moving on and I need to start broadening my own horizons, right? I have to start developing new skills to achieve what I want to achieve. And I was fortunate enough that the team, where do we go? The team that I'm a part of and the company has developed really solid skills and are continuing always to develop these skills on how to reach people via social media, how to reach people in all sorts of different venues. And we have to be in a place where we are standing in a place of wanting and having the passion to do that. So I'm blessed that I was able to build a team. I'm a green diamond at a company and very excited about the prospects. Anybody who's here and you're thinking about joining this company or thinking about venturing in, the company itself really, quite frankly, is quite young as a network marketing company. It's about 7 years old. So if you think about this strategically, we're on the ground floor. Now, Roz alluded to, because of COVID and all the rest, that the opportunities are blooming, but not only the opportunities of COVID or around COVID, excuse me, is that we're at the ground floor. The company's young. We're at this place where this is the growth. This is the curve. It is looking in this direction. It's only going up. So if you put the time in, you're coachable, you are willing to learn new skills, and trust me, I'm learning them every day, you can succeed. And look, quite honestly, if I can do it, anybody can do it. So you get out there, talk to people. If you brought here by somebody, this is a great opportunity. If you work hard, you seize the opportunity, you have a passion about it, you'll succeed.
Thank you, Michael. That was amazing. I love what you said, and I love your vulnerability into, sharing with everyone that you didn't know how to use Instagram when you started, No,
I didn't. I thought it was a place
that's intimidating to many.
What'd you say?
I thought it was a place where I could just put pictures of my dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is ironic because I came from the advertising business. So the fact that I'd never looked at it as a tool to actually reach people. And of course, now that we're in a time where it is, one of the most valuable tools to reach people, I had to up my game. I had to really begin to understand how to use it. And I'm learning, don't get me wrong. I'm nowhere near an expert. I'm learning every single day, but I have mentors like Seema and Ron that help me and kick me in the butt and tell me what to do and all sorts of other things. So it's very helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael. Such
awesome.
An honor to have you
Love you
for our
both.
company. And what I really loved that Michael said is, our company has all of the systems ready for you to be successful, and you do not need to have any experience howsoever. I didn't know how to do anything. Okay. I didn't even know what I was signing up to. And just like Michael, we learn because our company is evolving at such a fast pace, and they provide us with all of our incredible training. I mean, we have Leslie Sand, we have incredible people that have been in the industry for years and years, and they're here to teach you all the skills and all the knowledge to grow a business.
I want to clarify something because I see it in the chat. Purium is a company that's almost 30 years old, so as a company, but through that, the process of network marketing, is closer to, 7, 8, 9 years. So as a network marketing company, that's where we're at.
Yes. So if you are interested in joining the business, the person that invited you to the Zoom has a gift card code. They're going to give you all their information and how to sign up. As a matter of fact, we are also allowing you to invest in your superfoods and coming into the business. And the person that invited you, it's going to give you all that information. So make sure that you talk to whoever sent you this link, because they worked really hard and they really care about you and they really love you and they want the best for you. That's why they send you that link. So make sure you get back to those people and join our business if you're 100% serious, because our company, your upline, everyone's going to invest tons of time and love and training for you to be great. So make sure you can commit to that. And if you're ready, join us.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm actually going to, you guys can unmute yourself if you want to say bye, but we love you, everyone, and have an incredible night.
Love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
We got winners.
That was great.
So,
Great, everyone.
Talia,
Hold on, everyone.
Giselle, Suzanne, Carson, Sarah
Hold on.
Linder, Kimberly Sandler's.
We're going to list off the prize winners right now. Oh, they're right there in the chat.
Yeah, they're in the chat. So Talia, Giselle, Suzanne Carson, Sarah, Kimberly Sandler's, Cody Feld, Talia Aron, Allison Peace, Camille Todoro, Rainisha Booker, Jenna Kelly, Lynette Lafon, Akasha Love, Season Rhea, Brandon Gleason. So many of you guys, just look for your name in the chat. We leave it on for two more minutes, but you all won a prize and you'll be getting it. Yeah. Awesome. Well, you guys can unmute yourself again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Very informative.
Thank you so much, guys.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
God
bless.
Really wonderful.
Thank you, Ron, Seema.
Congratulations.
Welcome. Look up for your name on the
Thank you, Ron,
winner.
Seema. Angelo.
Good night.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Michael and Sarah.
London Yogi.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Rob,
guys.
very informative.